These are ways that you can talk to a ghost. Up first, you can speak to a ghost through a candle light. First, you light a candle, then grab 2 pieces of small paper and write yes on one and no on the other. Then underneath the words, you have to write a small pentagram. Then put the papers as close as you can to the flame and then ask if a spirit is with you right now. If the flame goes towards the paper that says yes, then there is a ghost in your presence. But if it goes towards no, then you have to try again. Next, continue asking any questions you want to the ghost, but be careful. Next up is think of a dead person that you want to talk to, and then start yelling out loud, "Spirit, show yourself. Spirit, reveal. Spirit, come to me so I know who you are." Keep saying this over and over again, and then the spirit will appear. This is the scary story about the sleeping mom. One day, a girl named Maria came home from school. When she walked in the house, she saw her mother sitting on the couch. Maria said hi to her, but her mother's back was facing her, and she didn't answer, so Maria assumed that she was sleeping. Maria then quietly went upstairs to study. Around 7 p.m. that night, Maria was very hungry and was wondering why her mother did not call her down for dinner. Maria then went downstairs, and her mother was still sitting on the couch. Maria called out Mom, but she still didn't answer. She then walked over to her mom in frozen horror at what she saw. Her mom was dead and covered in blood. Her throat was completely slit wide open and had a note shoved in it. The note said, "It took you long enough to notice. This will be you tonight." Then Maria heard footsteps coming from behind her. This is the scary story about the creepy man. One day, a man named Corey was walking down the street when he saw a very creepy man sprinting towards him. Corey tried moving, but before he could move out of the way, the man stabbed him in the chest. Corey laid on the ground bleeding out as the creepy man got down on one knee and said, "Wake up." Corey then sprung up in bed, sweating and shaking. He thought to himself, thank God that was a dream. Suddenly, Corey then felt a very sharp pain in his chest and saw a knife stabbed into him with blood all over his body. Corey tried moving, but he couldn't. He was in too much pain. As he laid there in bed, dying and bleeding out, he noticed a creepy man just standing in the corner of his room, staring at him. The same man from his dream. This is the scary story about the lost girl. There was a little girl who lived in an apartment building. One day, she told her mother that she was going to play with her friends. But hours later, when her mom went to go get her for dinner, she was nowhere to be found. The mother asked all the kids who lived in the apartment building if they saw her daughter, but they said they hadn't seen her all day. The mother then called the police to look for her daughter, but they found nothing. After 3 months went by, people who lived in the apartment building began to complain about the water's taste and smell. The janitor then went up to the roof and checked the water tanks. And to his horror, he found the dead body of the lost girl floating in the water tank. And for 3 whole months, everybody who lived in the apartment building was drinking the water that the dead girl's decomposing body was floating in. This is the scary story about Help Me. One night, a teenage girl named Kathy was babysitting 2 kids. There was a 7-year-old boy named Taylor and a 6-year-old girl named Selena. Just after 9 o'clock, the phone rang. Kathy answered it and heard a very scared voice screaming, "Help me, for heaven's sake, help me." Kathy thought it was a joke, so she immediately hung up. But about 30 minutes later, she received another call, and it was the same voice saying, "Help me, for heaven's sake, help me." Then Kathy heard a knock on the door. She grabbed both the kids and held them tightly in her arms. She then heard a man's voice saying over and over again, "Help me, help me." She didn't know what to do, but Kathy decided to let him in to help him. Later that night, when the parents arrived home, they found Kathy and both their children dead, with all their legs and arms and head cut off. This scary secret about the United States dollar bills will blow your mind. Everybody definitely saw and knows every single detail about the United States dollar bills. But did you know if you fold these dollar bills correctly, it will actually foreshadow 9/11? If you fold the $5 bill correctly, it shows two perfect twin towers. Then when you fold the $10 bill, it shows the first twin tower getting hit by a plane. Then if you fold the $20 bill, it shows the twin towers going down with black smoke on top. Then if you fold the $50 bill, the twin towers are completely down. And finally, if you fold the $100 bill, the twin towers are in complete ruin with black smoke going up. These are scary what-if thoughts that will keep you up at night, part 4. What if when we die, the light at the end of the tunnel is actually the light to another hotel room? We are then born again, and the only reason that you come out crying is because you remember everything in your past life, and you're crying at the fact that you died and lost everything. Next up, what if humans are afraid of aliens because we think that they will treat us the same way that we treat other animals on Earth? Finally, what if personality disorders are actually caused by 2 or more souls getting trapped in the same body? Since people who have this disorder say it feels like a different human is in their body. This is the scary story about the 2 spoons. There was a kid named Kyle who loved to watch weird and disturbing videos on the internet. He watched every single one and thought he had seen them all until he came across a video titled "One Guy, Two Spoons." When he pressed play on the video, it started out completely normal until the man in the video pops out both of his eyeballs using the 2 spoons. Kyle was very disturbed and freaked out, but he couldn't stop watching the video. Kyle then heard his mom call him downstairs for dinner. When Kyle got to the dinner table, he heard his dad saying that there is a new viral video going around on the internet, and apparently whoever watches it goes insane and try to pop out their own eyeballs. When Kyle's father and mother looked at him, they screamed in horror, but it was too late. Kyle's eyeballs were on the table, and he couldn't see a thing. This is why you should never drink Monster Energy again. Monster Energy drink is actually working with the devil. The logo for Monster is actually the number 666 in Hebrew numerals. This is super scary, but that's not all. There is also a cross in the letter O of Monster, and every time you take a drink of Monster, the cross turns upside down, representing the devil. This is extremely creepy, and I for one am never drinking Monster Energy again. These are scary secrets that the royal family is hiding. First is that Prince Andrew was actually really good friends with Jeffrey Epstein, who was arrested for a lot of disgusting things that I cannot talk about on this app. It is believed that Prince Andrew participated in the disgusting things that Jeffrey Epstein did. Next up, people believe that the royal family has technology to keep people from dying and aging. They say this because Queen Elizabeth looks extremely young for her age and is actually very healthy. This is the most haunted painting in the world. This painting is called The Hands Resist Him. And this painting is so haunted that you can't even go near it or own it. Multiple people who have owned this painting have died random and mysterious deaths shortly after having the painting in their house. And the scariest part is that even if you go near this painting, you will start to feel intense discomfort and will start to have very scary dreams with the creepy 2 kids and hands in it. Just looking at this painting gives me chills, and it makes perfect sense that it's the most haunted painting in the entire world.